The wood finishing series from Maker's Mark is one of the most interesting releases each and every year. Maker's Mark partners with the independent stave company to highlight certain flavor characteristics from original Maker's Mark and creates unique expressions with its own taste profile. This year's releases are the BRT-01 and the BRT-02. I haven't been able to find these latest expressions just yet, but I have a beautiful sample of each one. Let's try them both. It's a Friday sampler on the Mash and Drum. Welcome back to the Mash and Drum. I am Jason C. So the name BRT was given to these expressions because of the influence and consistent practice of hand barrel rotation. So hand barrel rotation. Got it. So not only hand barrel rotation, but temperature that Maker's Mark whiskey uses in the process of making their bourbons. So BRT-01, which is what I just poured, is inspired by the tasty notes found at the hotter top of the rickhouse, and BRT-02 is inspired by tasty notes found at the cooler bottom of the rickhouse. So it's kind of a cool study in warehouse location, especially for specific barrels and what that does to each and every whiskey. These are usually found for about 60 to 65 bucks, depending where you are. I think that's what a lot of people love about these Maker's Mark products, is that the wood finishing series, they're great values for for special releases from a really big distillery. So let's start with the BRT-01, top of the rickhouse, bottled at 109.4 proof. Here we go. I still get the trademark Maker's Mark. Did not mean to do that, but I still get like that really, obviously that that wheat grain that's on the nose. But man, this is heavy caramel on this one. Heavy caramel. Man, this is sweet. This goes right into like those toffee, butterscotchy notes that I really love, especially on the nose. I get like this bright pop of like white chocolate. It's like a really sweet chocolate, not milk chocolate. It's definitely brighter. But man, that's super sweet on the nose. Way more sweet than I thought it would be. Give it a go. That's nice. That is all just... That is creme brulee in a glass. Creme brulee in a glass. Oh, man, it is sweet. It's actually pretty velvety for the proof as well. It's got a nice like mouthfeel to it. This is obviously more on the sweeter side of things here. Brown sugars, the butterscotch, the creme brulee, the vanilla icing, all that is playing into this one. Really, really sweet expression. There is a nice little spice kick though on the back end. If you think of Maker's Mark 46, where it has that little bit of a spice on the tail end of it, this definitely still carries that over. That's getting better and better. That is just as desserty as it gets with, yeah, holy shit, the spice. It is spice driven, way more than I thought it would be, especially coming off the palate. Wow, and the finish keeps going. BRT-01. It's a lot softer on the palate as you keep drinking it. It gets softer, but that sweetness stays intact. Gives you a nice spice in the back end. Really well balanced. BRT-01. That one got me. That's a really nice release. All right. Now we're going to jump to BRT-02. So now we're going to the bottom part of the rickhouse. Again, you're still looking at 109.4 proof. Same price. Let's go to the nose on this one, see if we have any differences. All right, let's compare here. All right, lighter, brighter, sweeter for the BRT-1. Second one, the BRT-2. Darker. A little bit more of the oak chars coming through. Whereas I got white chocolate here, I'm getting milk chocolate here in BRT-02. I can't stand saying all these damn codes. When is Maker's Mark just gonna come out with an R2-D2 one already? Let's just make it happen. Come on, Star Wars, cross marketing. Come on. Like I said, so this gets into more of the oak char, the barrel influence. This almost smells like a toasted product. So I get like toasted marshmallow, a little graham cracker in here. Man, what a difference. These two releases are just really good for education purposes, like for folks that don't realize what different locations in a warehouse mean and how it can affect one barrel to the next, depending on where it is and location. This is like a perfect representation of that, because you just see what happens when you're up in the warehouse, versus lower in the warehouse. So, all right, let's see what this does on the palate. The BRT-02. Yeah, definitely darker. This gets way more into chocolate, way more chocolatey. A little bit more of the cinnamon now. Wasn't getting so much cinnamon in the first one as I was getting like more of the bright sweet notes. This gets into a little bit more oak, more milk chocolate, a little bit more cinnamon, maybe a hint of like a dark fruit in there too, but I'm not picking up too many. Yeah, there might be like a slight hint of cherry there, maybe, but it's slight. I think the oak and the milk chocolate is really what's kind of overtaking this one. But I'll say this, both of them have a really nice viscosity to it. The finishes they're spicy, they stick around. Both of these are really good. Which one do I like better though? And when you see the release information, you're like, can they really be that different? They are. They really are that different. So my advice, if you guys are hunting these down, most folks out there like me will probably want a bottle of each, but if you have a tight budget and you're not sure which one to get, if you like sweeter, more butterscotchy, a little bit more like creme brulee, good spice, good balance, go with the BRT-01. If you like something a little darker, a little bit more oak, a little bit more chocolate, maybe a slight hint of a darker profile, a dark fruit, a darker profile on your bourbon, then you're gonna wanna go with the BRT-02. But together, I mean, this is a great release. Now, the real question is when you blend them together to make the BRT-3, we'll just call it the 3, then what do you get? Do you get the best of both worlds? Does it completely kill it? We'll do this before we sign off here today. See what we got. I know you guys, as you guys are watching, you're like, I hope he blends them. Here it is. Oh wow, blended together, it actually, it smells like it's finished. All of a sudden, all this fruit, these fruit flavors came out. Man, like a raisin and like a black cherry. The oak is still there, the chocolate's still there. All right, I hope it's as good on the palate as it is on the nose. Guys, I might get both bottles just to blend one big old bottle of this. So it's a decent blend. I was hoping it would taste a little bit better because I feel like they're fighting each other now. The sweet flavors from one are having a hard time punching through, and I think the darker flavors on the BRT-02 are actually taking over a little bit. But all in all, decent blend. BRT-03. Let it sit and mingle. Don't sleep on it. Man, great releases from Maker's Mark. All right, guys, well, hope you enjoyed this Sampler Friday as we tried the new Maker's Mark wood finishing series, the BRT-01 and 02. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that subscribe button below. Please hit the like button. If you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. If any of you guys have gotten these already, or even better yet, based off of my descriptions, which one would you be, if you had to only buy one, which one are you pulling for? Which one would you go towards? The sweeter one or the darker one? Leave a comment down below, and as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers, I'll see you next time right here on the Mash and Drum. BRT-03. It might be getting a little better as it sits. Cheers, guys.